The trial of a man accused of murdering a young couple in St. Augustine is set to get underway.
21-year-old Kyle Stein and 16-year-old Sydney Roundsville were shot and killed in October of 2020. The state attorney's office says the shooting was the result of a marijuana deal. Our Taylor Levesque is on your side tonight, speaking with the families of both victims. And Taylor, what did they tell you?
Well, the mothers of both victims say they want Anthony Wilson, the suspect, to spend the rest of his life in prison. They say that nearly 3 years after the two were killed, both families live every day overwhelmed with grief and they want justice.
Sydney was my wild child. She was always happy, always goofy.
Kyle was a very strong person, had a lot of fun. Always loved to go fishing. It was just in the woods.
Nearly 3 years after 16-year-old Sydney Roundsville and 21-year-old Kyle Stein were shot and killed in St. Augustine, their families are preparing for what they expect will be an emotional week in the courtroom.
I just definitely have a hard time just thinking about what his last moments might have been like.
Sydney's mom, Shalene Roundsville, says on October 6th, 2020, Sydney and Kyle were coming to her home at Florida Club in St. Augustine for dinner when both were shot in the parking lot. The state attorney's office says the shooting was the result of a marijuana deal gone wrong. Anthony Wilson was found in a retention pond nearby and was arrested.
Anthony was Sydney's friend. They went to school together. He had been in my home before.
In October 2022, Wilson initially pleaded guilty to 2 counts of first-degree murder. However, then he withdrew his plea. Roundsville and Kyle Stein's mom, Christine Stein, and brother Brett Leffel say they want Wilson to spend the rest of his life in prison.
Me and my mom do not have contact with Kyle anymore. We cannot call him. Christmas, holidays are all taken from us.
I still get hit in the chest with her being gone and everything that she's not going to get to do.
Jury selection wrapped up today and opening statements are expected tomorrow morning at the St. Johns County Courthouse. We will have a crew in the courtroom. In the studio, Taylor Levesque, First Coast News on your side.
Thank you, Taylor. New tonight at 11.